Hey guys, I'm Elise and this is The Crunchy Ginger. It's my YouTube channel where I love to share DIYs and tutorials that are aimed at helping you live a little greener and save a little money. And I am particularly excited about today's DIY recipe because it is a glossy pink beetroot lip balm. There are no artificial dyes or colors. There's no petroleum jelly, none of the icky stuff. This thing is all natural and it is all gorgeous. I am loving this so much. So here is my little tester. You can see I've already dug into this one, but I want to show you how this goes on. It doesn't dye your lips pink, but it does give you a gorgeous glossy shine, and it goes on really smoothly. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. My kitchen doesn't have the best light, but if not, I'll insert a better picture. So you can see that it gives you just the most beautiful sort of shimmery pink. And also it tastes amazing because it's made with beetroot powder and some cocoa butter. And we'll dive into all of that in just a minute. Now, the other reason that I am super excited about this glossy pink beetroot lip balm is because I am making it for someone extra special. My friend Priya is having a birthday next week, and she is without a doubt the #1 fan of this YouTube channel. And I so appreciate you, Priya, and I hope that you have a very happy 6th birthday. And this is Priya's glossy pink lip balm. So let me show you how to make it. I have divided this video up into chapters and timestamps so that it's easy for you to sort of jump back and forth to the different steps, because this is a little bit more involved than some of my other tutorial recipes. So first with the ingredients. #1 is this beetroot powder. Now I have bought this organic beetroot powder. I just got it at my natural grocery store. I'll also try to find one online and put a link to it below. But you can see it's a very fine red beetroot powder. Now this powder does not dissolve in oil. It is water soluble, not oil soluble, which means that we are going to infuse it into our oils in order for it to turn pink. If you were to just put the beetroot powder in the oil, it would leave incredibly gross, gritty texture, and I promise you, you do not want to put that on your lips. Trust me, I experimented. I've been working on this one for months, so I'm so excited to share it with you. So we're going to be using mainly coconut oil, and I'm also using some olive oil, which will add some extra shine to our glossy lip balm. The other ingredients we'll be adding after the infusion are cocoa butter and beeswax. I also usually like to throw in a few drops of vitamin E oil, so we'll be doing that as well. So the first thing I want to do, got my double boiler situation here. I've got a heat-proof bowl, a pot of water that's already simmering here with a couple inches of water. And I'm going to drop my coconut oil into here to start melting. I'm using, let me double check this. I'm using 15 grams of coconut oil, which is about a tablespoon. I like to measure mine by weight because it's just a little more accurate and it's a little easier than some of these butters and stuff are sticky and hard to get out of the little measuring cup. So I just have a little inexpensive scale that I like to use, but I've put the approximate conversion so you can check that out. We'll be using about a teaspoon or 3 grams of olive oil. And we'll put that in there to melt as well. So that is all melted really quickly there. And now we will be adding our beetroot powder. This is about 2 teaspoons or 8 grams of beetroot powder. So you can see when we add it in, it's going to create this like really thick, gloppy, dark red oil. And we'll mix that all together, just working out any little clumps from the beetroot powder. Now we just let this infuse together for about 30 minutes. So just keep your temperature down low. You don't need to boil this water, just keep it warm. And you don't have to really like sit here and babysit it, but just every once in a while, give it a little stir, make sure that your oils are really kind of all mixing together, and make sure that your water's not, you know, exploding or boiling over under there. Okay, so it has been 30 minutes And now for the fun part. We are going to take this off the heat, and be sure to have a dish rag or something handy because you're going to want to wipe the water from the bottom of this bowl. You don't want any of this water to drip down into your lip balm because this is a balm made of all oils and butters, which means there's no water, there's nothing to make it go bad really fast. So we will take this off, and now you're going to take like a coffee filter or cheesecloth, if you have it, will work, and you're going to kind of lay it over a little bowl. I've got a little bowl here, and I actually have mine on a scale because one of the things that you may have noticed is that there was a lot of oil that went into this, a lot more than it's going to fit in one little container of lip balm, and that is because we're going to lose some of our oil into the beetroot powder when we separate it. So I like to make some extra to account for that loss. So we'll just kind of glop all of that in there and let it drip a bit. You are going to want to let this cool for just a moment because it's really, really hot. So if you start trying to squeeze this out of here now, you're going to burn your fingers a little bit. I try to get as much as I can out of this bowl. And while I wait just a second, I'm just going to wipe my bowl just a little bit to get some of that extra gritty powder out of this because we're going to remelt the other waxes and butters in here. Okay, so let's gather this up and we will give it a little bit of a squeeze. There you see. Beautiful pink oil. We have done it. We have infused the oil with the beetroot powder. So we'll do our best to squeeze as much of this oil. And you can see I am putting mine on a scale, and the reason for that is so that I can see how much oil is actually coming out of here. I like to have a second coffee filter handy just in case the first one kind of breaks a little bit. This is actually just what I was hoping for. I really wanted it to be about 10 grams. And my scale is kind of doing this crazy thing, jumping between the 9 and the 10. So we are right about at that amount. So you can see a little bit of the grit came through there, but it's not such a big deal. That will kind of settle to the bottom of our container. So now we're ready to put this all together. So we will add our beeswax to our bowl, which is still warm here. We're going to add 2 grams of beeswax, which is about a half a teaspoon. And we'll add our cocoa butter. And this is 1 gram of cocoa butter, which is also about a half a teaspoon, but it's a little bit hard to measure in a measuring spoon. And when those are melted together, then we can add our infused pink oil. We'll give this just a minute to incorporate together, and then we will take it off the heat, remembering to wipe the water from the bottom just like before. Okay, I like to be ready with my vitamin E oil because this is going to cool off pretty quickly. So I'm going to add just a touch of that. Vitamin E oil is an antioxidant, which means that it can help prolong the shelf life of our lip balm. So there we go. It's all mixed together. And now for the pour. I've got these little clear containers, but you can use any sort of container or tin that you like. Perfect. So now you just leave this on the counter for a little while to set up. It really isn't going to take very long at all. And that is how you infuse oils with beetroot powder to get a glossy pink lip balm. And you can use this infused oil technique with the beetroot to make other DIY beauty projects pink without making your skin super pink or dyed. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I will do my best to help you troubleshoot, and I also always love chatting with you guys. I thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I would love it if you would do that, because it's the only way that we can stay in touch. And if you are subscribed, thank you, thank you, thank you. It really means so much to me. If you are into making lip balms, I've queued up a couple of other lip balm recipes for you to try out. And make sure that you are subscribed, because I've got one more lip balm recipe. It's sort of a chapstick that I'll be posting next week. And if it's already out, I'll put it over here as well. Thank you guys so much for watching.